here we go. Do matching family Christmas pajamas really kill your sex life? Hi there, you're listening to the Kingdom Sexuality podcast. We're Alana, Kyle, and Tira, friends who have a heart for intimacy and long to uncover God's truth and design for sexual freedom within marriage. If you enjoy listening to our episodes or like our content over on Instagram, would you consider leaving a review or subscribing? It really helps. Welcome here. We are back for another episode of the Kingdom Sexuality podcast. I'm Alana, joined by my co-host Kyle and Tira. I feel like I need and call to action.
Please leave this in. This is the best intro of all time.
We're thinking of switching up our intro, guys, and we thought we'd wing it and
help.
Yeah, how did it go?
I'm not sure if we're winging it.
Leave us
Thanks
a
for
review,
not turning
letting
us
us know. Letting us know how much you love us. Make us feel better about this intro. Thank you. All right, the verse for today is Luke 10, 38 to 42. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said, but Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you're worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her.
It's actually a good story for around Christmas time.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Really
So
legit.
good.
I love that.
So good.
I feel like we should almost have that story somewhere in our house where we see it in the Christmas season. Just to
Yeah.
Someone make us a pretty plaque that we can hang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, before we dive into this episode, here is a quick word from one of our sponsors. Thanks for listening to it. Okay. It's the most wonderful time of the year, unless you're trying to have sex.
We've been waiting to say that sentence.
Between family visits, holiday parties, Christmas shopping, cooking, marathon meals, and kids amped up on candy canes and Christmas magic, sex gets shoved to the bottom of the list. Right below, find creative place to hide Elf on the Shelf.
You guys do Elf on the Shelf?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do the Find Baby Jesus. Have you seen that one? Where it's like
No.
instead of an elf on the shelf, it's like a baby Jesus that you hide around your house.
Nice.
It should be like those little baby Jesuses that are like the little
like
mini
this
racer
big.
things.
Yeah.
Should be that.
The bitty ones.
Although that's not baby Jesus, so yeah.
But
Okay.
you can get little babies and just pretend it's baby Jesus.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun, actually. There are 100 baby Jesuses in our house. Go find them. Anyways, back to this. There's some fascinating research that shows that sexual desire actually peaks around Christmas and New Year's, yet many couples report having less sex during the holidays, not more. So what is going on? And more importantly, how do we navigate sex during the most chaotic season of the year? Today, we're going to do a special Q&A answering questions around Christmas and sex. So managing family stress, keeping romance alive when your house is full of people, and whether matching family pajamas kills the mojo, and how to prioritize connection when your to-do list is a mile long. Let's go.
Right on.
Family jammies. Okay, so let's jump into the first question here. Why do I feel like I have zero sex drive during the holidays? Well,
Stress.
there's just so much stress, busy activities, all that stuff. Well, first of all, you're not alone. This is definitely something that is common for couples, probably due to the time off work, festive parties, and just the general mood that you need to be happy and go get it. Like, I'm speaking for myself. Christmas time, we're amping up to my husband being off work. So you spend more time staying up late thinking, oh yeah, the holidays is coming. And you just end up exhausted, plus all the Christmas parties and Christmas pageants, and for me, my Christmas recital, and like just all the things that by the time you get to the actual Christmas holidays, and depending on where Christmas Day falls within the holiday, you know, like if it's at the beginning of the holiday, like of the
Mm-hmm.
time off, that's almost nicer, because as soon as it's Christmas Day is over, then it's like, oh, now we're just in like a winter break. There is no
Right.
extra lead up. Whereas if the 25th is later in the holiday, then it feels like you're still preparing, like, oh, do I have enough gifts? Oh, have we wrapped this? And
Mm.
you just keep letting things go, postponed longer and longer. And it just ends up being more stressful. And then you don't have as much time off after the 25th. And it doesn't feel like you have enough relaxation. Anyway, so with all that,
This year it's on a Thursday, and then there's a whole week off after before kids go back to school.
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you guys say you fall into this like stereotype of more stressed during the holidays?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Like I take the week off between Christmas and New Year's every year. It's one of the only weeks I take off, and I love it. I'm like, this is my rest period. I'm like the
Mhm.
opposite of stressed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like the stress is the last 2 weeks before Christmas,
Mm.
Yeah.
where you're making sure that everything is planned, making sure that you have all the gifts. But even then, I mean, it's not.
But I
don't
will
feel
also
that way.
say, I think it also has to do with the fact that we're not traveling during the holidays. My
I was gonna say,
family's all
that
here. Like I just have to
stresses-
drive
Yeah.
20 minutes. I don't have to fly across the country or drive and
Yeah.
go stay with my family. Like I get to come home to my own bed every night. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's the
I think is
same.
a huge difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely years we have gone up to visit Jeff's family, and it's much more stressful. Not just because you're like with family in a different place, but it's like for us, we have to drive like 16 hours up north to get there. So you're going to like minus 40 degrees Celsius. For those of you who forget that we're
Sweet.
Canadian sometimes. But it's like the stress of the driving, and then your kids are you're putting them down in a new place.
And making sure
You're
brought everything for them.
Yeah,
to
and like
succeed.
trying to prioritize seeing all the people you need to see while you're in the new place, like all the family. So you don't want to like go to bed too early because you need to make sure you visit with everybody. And
Mhm.
yeah,
Hey,
that part can be stressful.
super random nerd fact. You said minus 40 Celsius. That's the only number where Celsius and Fahrenheit are the same.
30.
40.
Isn't it 30?
I'm pretty sure it's 40. Is
Wow.
minus 40 C the same as F? Yes, minus 40 is the same as minus 40 in both Celsius
How the heck
and
does
Fahrenheit.
that work?
The only temperature where Celsius and Fahrenheit scales show the same numerical value.
Why aren't the rest the same then?
I don't know.
The
Don't
degrees
ask
of which it goes
questions
up
like
and
that.
stuff, right?
That's confusing.
Yeah, it's just a different rate of up and down.
I don't like that. Ours makes more sense.
Well, you can take that up with the mathematics then.
Okay, thanks.
So with all this stress that's going on
Hmm.
in the holidays, we know that stress elevates your cortisol levels, a hormone. And when your cortisol levels are up, it suppresses your other hormones like testosterone and estrogen, which help with your libido and everything. And then the mental exhaustion from all the planning and managing, and maybe even financial stress, right? Of like, are we giving enough? Are we not giving enough? And just late nights catching up on stuff. And so all of that factors into, why you might have, I mean, this one says 0 sex drive during the holidays, but that might be why. It might be time to build some days of rest in there and being able to say no. And having a, depending on how much relaxation you need, actually putting in some you time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going back to the verse that I shared was like Martha was worried and upset. So instead of operating in the Martha mode where there's no room for anything else and you're working and you're working and you're working, choosing what is better, which would be connection over the perfection, and taking time to cultivate and carve out, whether you're at home or you're not, there's still opportunities for, yes, within your family to slow down and rest, but also within your marriage to check in with each other. How are we feeling? How are our frequency levels? Are we okay with where things are at?
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling stressed out? How can I help you? How can I take off some of the mental load of the season? Because I know if you struggle with those conversations, that can be really tricky around Christmas time.
Yeah.
If someone's carrying all of the to-do list and feels that,
Mm-hmm.
having those conversations will be really helpful when it comes to feeling stressed out. So give yourself grace and have a lot of conversations. What were you say?
Well, another thing that we didn't, that could also contribute to the whole stress and low sex drive is family dynamics. So I know, like, you know, generally we come from all healthy family structures, I would say. But, you know, some people, like our best friends, both parents are divorced and remarried. So they have 4 families to
4
go
Christmases.
To mm-hmm.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I said it.
Okay.
And, you know, and the stress of like, how much time do you spend at each one? And do you have to spend Christmas Day with one of them? And do you need to rotate that? Or do you have family Christmas just with you? And like, how do you balance if there's a family you have issues with,
right,
or don't want to be around, or like, how do you create
like boundaries
and be okay with them? All of that. And also the grief that might come during the Christmas season. If this is the first Christmas you're having without, say, a parent or grandparent, or, you know, anybody you've lost that year, and this is the first Christmas, or even afterwards too, but probably the first one is going to be the hardest. Like even navigating that is going to be hard. So,
or even the grief of like expectation.
Yep.
Of like wanting a certain way for Christmas to be, wishing you could be with your family, but you're not anymore because you're with your spouse and you're doing your own thing, or a lack of finances. You wish, like the grief of the Christmas that you long for or like to have for your family, but can't afford. Yeah.
So much, man. We're unpacking all the Christmas stuff.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
No wonder you're all sad around Christmas.
Okay, question 2. How do we stay connected sexually when our house is full of family and the kids are home from school, or when we're at family? This is a challenge for any family who travels, I guess, or is staying with family during the holidays. Like we said, that's not the case for most of us, so we don't have this. But between relatives sleeping in rooms, or you're in a different room, and the kids are home, and privacy issues, it can easily become a season where there's no sex and there's no connection and there's no intimacy. So research shows that nearly half of married Americans, 49%, report greater holiday satisfaction after marriage. But 17% say their satisfaction has decreased. For many, lack of intimacy during family-filled holidays contributes to that decreased satisfaction.
So they enjoy the holidays after
now that they're married.
And 17% say that their satisfaction after marriage has decreased. They enjoyed it more when they were single.
Okay. Okay,
so how do we combat this struggle to stay sexually connected when we're with family? I would say this is one of the best cases for scheduling sex. Especially if you're going house to house to house, or if your family loves to plan a lot of stuff during the holidays together. Look at the calendar. Okay, Christmas Day is this, Boxing Day is this. Hey, the 27th, there's nothing. Let's schedule it that day. That's our day to connect, and whatever. Maybe mom and dad can take the kids, or whatever it looks like. Literally put it on the calendar. Look at your calendar. Look at the days where you are not as busy, and put sex on the calendar.
And it might just be getting really creative. For example, you know, if you're staying in a house with a bunch of people and that's not your own, just say you're going to go have a shower together. Like most families won't see that as like, oh, they're going to go have sex. It might be like, oh, that's nice. They're having a shower together. Like but actually use that time to have sex in the bathroom. Like nobody's going to be like wondering what you're doing. And they all know that you're kind of having time together, but it's more of a, I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to announce it either.
Yeah, you don't. I was going to say you don't have to announce like, "Hey, we're going to go shower together." It's like, "Hey, we're going to go have a shower."
But it depends on how old your kids are, right? Because if you have kids that need supervising, you might need to say something.
Sure,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so depending on the ages of the kids are.
Then just do it late at night.
Yep. But what if there's kids sleeping in your room?
Then be
Again,
very
you
quiet.
just have to be very quiet under the covers.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Just to view it as like a challenge. Like, okay, let's see if we can have sex, let's say 1 or 2 times during this stint that we're staying here. Let's see where we can pull it off.
Or offer to go get groceries and use the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So, like we just said, get creative with your location. It might not be the bed where you can be as loud as you want. It might be the car or the shower or wherever your imagination takes you.
Or if it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. And maybe for those few days you're visiting someone, you just don't have sex.
Yeah.
Like it's not the end of the world.
That's true.
Just builds up the anticipation for after.
There you go.
That's right. That's right. Question 3.
Oh, here we go. Do matching family Christmas pajamas really kill your sex life?
Okay, well, first of all, do you guys do family pajamas?
We have 2 sets, but like we haven't done it in a while, and so now some of the kids don't have it because they've grown and
out of the family.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't done it in a few years, but we did do it when the kids were a lot younger.
Yeah, we've done it a few years. My mom surprised us, and I didn't realize she was going to do it, and she had bought us all matching pajamas, like
That's
my
fun.
parents too, and my sister.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like so surprised.
They're not cheap.
It was like the highlight of my Christmas, honestly.
Oh, wow,
that one
that's
year.
great.
It was like having these matching jammies with everyone. It was so cute.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Costco sells them the cheapest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like by far. Because I remember, we wanted to do it one year and we looked into the normal places that have them. And it was like, oh, yeah, no, we're not spending our Christmas money on this. And then, found them at Costco and they're way cheaper. So we just bought a size up of what the kids normally are.
Nice.
So the one year they're in like super, super baggy.
Yeah.
And then the next year they all fit.
Smart.
But
nice.
Yeah.
All right. So this question has gone viral in recent years, and there's actually some psychological truth behind it. Dr. Alexandra Solomon, a clinical psychologist, researched this and found that virtually everyone struggles with sexual desire problems at least some of the time, especially during the holidays. But the problem isn't the pajamas themselves, it's the difficulty transitioning between the 2 roles, parent and lover. So matching jammies can amplify this parent mode, make it difficult to shift into lover mode. I mean, I can see that. You're wearing these like Santa Claus
really
pajamas and you have to try and be sexy. No.
Yeah.
So, and with all the family togetherness, this transition can be even trickier. So, I mean, just try doing other things that you guys think would shift you into lover mode over parent mode. Like,
I mean, you could put lingerie under those things.
yeah, light a bunch of candles and get some massage oil out. And there are a lot of things that even not in the Christmas season keep you in parent mode all the time. Yeah. Like you have a baby monitor humming because there's white noise. And so, there's all these other things that can be going on that try and keep us in parent mode as parents. And so I think this is whether if you're a parent, it's a conscious decision to switch into lover mode and like husband, wife versus mom and dad. So yeah, I think talking about it and figuring out what do we think would really amp us up and get us out of Santa mode, Christmas jammy mode.
Yeah. I think just thinking about it ahead of time and then planning, like wearing something sexy underneath it, or women even just putting lipstick on. You don't really see that very often with wearing Christmas jammies. That it's like, oh yeah, you're a wife under there too.
Yeah.
And
good call.
Yeah.
Love that.
All right, question 4. My spouse and I disagree about how much time to spend with family. It's causing tension that affects our intimacy. Help. Super common. Again, you're not alone. Nearly half of couples report that family obligations and competing demands during the holidays create stress in their marriage. When you're fighting about whose family to visit or how long to stay, intimacy takes a major hit. Studies show that holiday stress often manifests as decreased emotional and physical intimacy between partners. couples take stress out on each other, fighting due to miscommunication and unmet expectations. That last part is huge. Unmet expectations. Again, it goes back to communication. What is this season going to look like? Are we going to try and have sneaky sex? Are we going to, like Alana said, just write it off? Hey, if it happens, great. If not, like, we'll do it when we get home. Make sure you guys talk about exactly what the expectations are ahead of time, so nobody is disappointed when you get there.
And talk about it beforehand, like quite a bit. I'm not sure which date this episode is going to come out on, but it's going to be before Christmas, I would hope. That you talk about this maybe before it gets into the stressful season, so that you go into it prepared. And that way your expectations are already set and you know what's coming and you can prepare accordingly with time.
Yeah, like before your travel date. Like, don't wait till you get there and then, what are we going to do about sex? Like, no, talk way before you guys even travel. So it's because travel's already stressful enough. You don't need to add this idea of this conversation that's looming to it.
Yeah. I mean, this question too, it's like deciding who to spend Christmas with, right? Like, and we're disagreeing about how much time to spend with the family. And so if it's like, let's say you are just married and you're a wife and you're like, well, I just assume we're going to spend it with my family. Like Kyle, you were saying your family, like same with you, Tira, like they're all in your same cities.
Yeah.
But if they weren't, it's like, okay, well, do we alternate years? Do we do 1 year at your place, 1 year at mine? Like, but how does it work once we have kids? And it's really expensive to travel. How do you compromise throughout the year? Like meeting up in the summer versus in the winter to try and still actually see both families. But like having those conversations, it can be really tricky, especially when both of you feel like you want to be with your families, because it's hard. You feel that like FOMO of missing out on things that your family is participating in. And are there opportunities for you to start your own traditions with your own family, wherever you are? But having those conversations can be tricky. So I get that it would cause tension.
I remember we definitely went through this because my family has a tradition where my papa, so my grandpa, would make crepes on Christmas morning. And so I always wanted to be there for Christmas morning because that's when we'd have brunch. And I remember I'm trying to think, I think we had the two oldest, we had our kids, and we wanted to still have family Christmas morning at our house, but to try to book it to my parents to have the crepes for brunch. And I was like, yeah, we can totally do that. And so the kids we're not an early rise family. So, we're up at like 8-ish. We get through the presents, but it takes a long time. And by then it's like, okay, we're already mid-morning. We have to pack everybody up and go, no, you can't play with your Christmas presents. And we drive up to my folks and we're already about 5 or 10 minutes late. And I remember one of my brothers phoning and being like, hey, like, we're all sitting here waiting. Are you almost here? And I remember in that moment going like, okay, this isn't going to work anymore. Like this is not how Christmas should be. Like we're rushing from one place to the other. And kind of by the end of that day, Ken pointed out, he's like, okay, now that you've seen what Christmas looks like when we do it this way, is this how you want to do it next year? And it was like, no, I don't. That this was not fun at all. And I just have people guilt. And it was like, this isn't. And so in that moment is when we planned next year's, because he's like, you're going to forget that you felt this way because it's family, right? You still want to be around family. You want to make it work for the experience so that you have it. And that was one of my favorite things that he suggested, was like, no, we need to make the decision for next year. And then that way also I could communicate to my family already in that like January, like, hey, just so you know, next year things are going to look a little different for our family. Like this was actually kind of a hard year to do it. And then that way my whole family knows a year ahead of time that things are going to look different. And that was super, super helpful for me, especially because I love being around my family and I'm a people pleaser. So I want to make things work, and to have the boundaries laid out so early in the year for the next Christmas, that was huge. And now we just have our family our Christmas morning, the whole morning is at our place, and we don't deviate from that. And that's been so
Nice.
lovely to like now make our own traditions.
Mhm.
We had a year like that too. I think it was like the year that we had our second. So we had 2 kids.
Uh-huh.
And like we tried to, on Boxing Day, I remember, we had 4 different gatherings. Like we woke up, or not, sorry, Christmas Day.
Mhm.
We woke up and did our own thing with our own kids. Then we went to her parents for brunch. Then we went to my parents for like late lunch. And then we went to one of my extended sides for dinner. And it was like, same with us. It was like that moment. It's like, we're never doing that again.
Yeah.
And so now it's one side on one day, one side on the other day. And all the extended stuff is, if we can make it, we'll be there. Otherwise, you won't see us.
Yeah. Yeah. We also learned too that our family doesn't do great doing one right after the other, like days wise. So we alternate which family of ours we spend Christmas Day with. And then whoever is the other one, we try to do it at least a day in between so that we get a full day of rest before we go back into big family mode. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting thing, like how things change. And I feel like when you have one kid, it's totally doable. And then as soon as you get to 2, you're like, wait, why are we doing this? This is way too much. Yeah.
All right, 2 more.
All right. Everything feels like a to-do during Christmas, including sex. How do I get out of this mindset and into being present? It's kind of the doing versus being dilemma. Dr. Alexandra Solomon's research identifies this as a key challenge to sexual desire during the holidays. The holiday season is all about doing shopping, cooking, wrapping, decorating, attending events. But sex is about being, practicing mindfulness and pleasure, play, presence. Kind of definitely the opposite of the do, go, 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 right?
I really like that contrast. That's like really well laid out, like doing versus being.
Yeah. Yeah. So doing energy is goal oriented, task focused, efficiency driven. Being energy is process oriented, pleasure focused, unhurried. Yeah, definitely opposite things. And when we're stuck in doing one mode, sex feels like another task to check off, which kills desire. I'm definitely guilty of this, not even in the Christmas season. If I have something like a task to get done or a deadline to be, I love efficiency. I love my lists. I love getting things done. And it's like, I can't do anything until all of it is completed. And then I can maybe have sex, but it has to, everything else has to be done. And by the time I get to that, it's so hard to like wind down my brain from being task oriented to be like, okay, no, we need to just relax and settle. Or in the middle of the stress, be like, okay, I need to take a break. I need to step outside, regulate my nervous system, and then, try to switch into a different mode. Yeah, it's hard. So what can you actually do, let's say in the Christmas season? I'd say definitely like try to simplify when you can. Are there things that you can say no to, even though it might be hard? Are there things that you can cut out? Do you really need, like if you're part of a, cookie exchange?
Oh,
do you really
don't
have to
do it.
that?
You don't have to.
No.
Oh,
Just
every
be a
year
receiver,
I'm like,
not a
yes,
giver.
I will do the cookie exchange. And then it's like stress trying to make 15 dozen cookies for, it's not that bad, but
yeah. When you're doing your gift wrapping, it doesn't have to be perfect. You should see our, Ken does such a better job at wrapping than me. I just put it together and put a piece of tape on it, and that's it. Like
Tira's is just like the ball that's all scrunched up at the top and then just like zip tied at the top. One year I wrapped all my gifts in hockey tape.
Oh my goodness, that's annoying.
Yeah, it was pretty annoying for all the people who had to open.
Yeah, we've done it before with gift wrapping where we get together with another couple and we all wrap each other's presents. And so it like becomes like a family night where we
I saw this reel last year where this group of girls, like all the girlfriends, they go and rent a hotel for the night and they bring all their gifts and they just hang out at the hotel and drink wine and go to the hot tub, and they throughout the night or the stay they wrap gifts.
Alana, we should do that.
That sounds amazing.
I want
Hex
to
yeah.
come.
No, you can't.
Okay, fine.
Sam can come.
Okay.
I think we've kind of talked about this already, but scheduling sex, make sex an actual priority and do it.
And I mean, to me, sometimes this comes back to that one thing that my one friend said to me that one time, which was like, sex is fun. You should want to have sex.
Yeah.
Amen.
And yes, Christmas is busy, but your best friend is also hanging out with you this whole time. So you should also want to have sex every now and then. Like, it's easy to think of it as like, oh, there's so much stress and there's so much to do, but it's like, you're also just doing this with your best friend. And yeah, you might be stressed out and you can talk about it and navigate it and pray about it together and then go have sex.
Yeah.
Sometimes that tough love just needs to be there. Like, just go have sex with your best friend.
Yep. Yep.
That you're married to.
That you're married to.
Hopefully.
Oh, no. All right. Lastly, are we wrapping up?
Last question.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we handle the post-holiday letdown that affects our sex life? Yeah, that's fair. The January blues, post-Christmas slump.
Yeah. And I feel like we get that more here in Canada because of our
because
weather.
it's miserable.
It's just like cold and we have no holidays until
No sunshine.
February.
Mm-hmm.
At least you guys get like a white Christmas usually. I just get like rain.
Well, it's probably 50-50 if we have white Christmas here in Kelowna. Do you have white Christmas every year, Alana?
Not every year. Last year, I mean, my parents live a bit higher than we do, so it was.
Oh yeah.
At their house, we had a white Christmas, but at our house, it was not.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we're in the valley, so we just get clouds.
Yeah, lots of clouds.
Yeah.
But the post-holiday depression is totally real.
Yeah.
There's like the build-up, the excitement, and then a crash because you spent a lot and you ate a lot and you sat around a lot. And all the cheese is just sitting heavy in your gut and it's cloudy and you're sad about it.
Worth it.
The cheese is so worth it. But the good news is you can break the cycle. You don't have to stay sad and sitting in your sweatpants. You can make a plan and start the new year off on a good foot, which there's the temptation to, I think, do the 180 and like overcompensate and make a bunch of goals and say, I'm going to lose the 50 pounds or I'm going to whatever. Like, and you can just way overdo it.
So
but I think unrealistic and totally not achievable. But instead sitting down and like practically what can we do to make January great? And then to, like you were saying before, debriefing the December and taking stock of what worked and what didn't to then pivot for next year. If there was stress, okay, how can we change it so we're not stressed out next year?
Yeah.
Or what do we want to do again? What worked really well? So.
Or even now, start thinking about how can we do it better than we did it last year if last year wasn't great.
Yeah.
Totally.
You can also add some other traditions in January. Like, for example, isn't it called King's Day? Like the three kings when they came to visit Jesus after. It's like January 10th, maybe?
I thought you were going to say dry January. I'm like, yeah, that's what everyone wants.
No. No, but like, I think, it's always like the, I don't know, second week of January or something. And there's like, if you Google what to do on that day.
January 6th.
Okay. And it makes you feel like, oh yeah, we have something else to look forward to. And it again brings focus again to Jesus and the reason why we just did all of this Christmas. And
oh, come on, you missed it. You could have just done the reason for the season. It was right there.
Oh.
It's too cliche.
Yeah. But or come up with, something that you do on like the third weekend of January. Make it an annual family thing where or couple thing. Maybe you go out to a hotel on the third. I'm just picking a random weekend that's a little bit further away from Christmas, but so that you have some anticipation of something fun and something that's building into
Yeah.
your marriage or family, and you have something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's great. Okay, yeah, I'll pray. Who's going to pray? Yeah, that's me. All right, I'll close this off in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you so much for the beautiful season of Christmas. Thank you for coming as a baby. And would we just so see you in this Christmas, Lord, that the stressors would be reduced, that we could be present and making space for just being, that we would be able to stay connected with our spouse in the midst of the chaos and the busyness. Lord, that you would be our anchor and keeping us close together and keeping our eyes fixed on you. Amen.
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 Hey friends, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you like our content, please like, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts, and tell your friends too. Thanks so much for journeying with us today as we tackled the hard questions and dive deep into godly intimacy. Make sure you follow us on Instagram to see more of our content, and check the show notes for any links we might have mentioned in today's episode. We're so grateful to be on this journey with you, and we can't wait to see you in the next episode.